You know, one of the biggest challenges with remote property that I didn't expect was how hard it is just to keep your stuff secure. Last spring we had some people come in and break into my containers, steal a bunch of stuff. But since then I've always been interested in what else can I put down here that might keep people away. And I always thought some kind of solar lights would be nice. And I never really found any that looked like they would actually run all night long. But recently this company, Hykoont, reached out, asked if I wanted to review and install any of their lights. And one caught my eye. It's this really big solar powered street light. And we're gonna check it out. Packaging looks nice, no damage in shipping, at least that I can see from the outside. Ooh, look at that thing. I bet that's gonna be bright. Huh. Even got a remote control. And lastly, nice big solar panel. I went ahead and plugged the solar panel in. This side of the cable was just wound up in there. The other side was attached to the panel. I just wanted to get some charge on this while I'm working on the bracket up on top of the containers. So I'm working on a roof to go over my shipping containers, and this center pole right here is the highest point. So my goal is to mount it out here on the end. Now I'm going to put it on a separate board so that when the roof goes on there I can just take it off, finish whatever roof I need to do, and then I can easily put that back on. Okay, so how this works is your light slides on this end, solar panel connects here, and then this attaches to whatever you're attaching your light to. For me, I'm going to attach it coming right off here. So next step, I'm going to cut a piece that's just that width and cap that whole thing. That's what I'm going to attach the light to. Alright, the installation kit did come with 4 big bolts designed for these, which is nice. Now for my case, I've got 2 beams back here, and the bolts are going to run into those beams. So I'm going to have to do a little countersinking so the head of the bolt is nested in a little bit, but that's no big deal. Alright, I'm going to use a 3/8 bit for the bolt, and then to countersink it, my largest bit's a 1/2 inch, and it's you know, close enough. Oh no, the foam didn't work. I damaged my table. So rather than assemble the entire thing down here, because I think that'll just be really heavy to try to get up there and screw in, I'm gonna go ahead and attach all the brackets and then attach the solar panel and the camera up there afterwards. Alright, how this works, this goes on here. This lets you twist the solar panel back and forth this way based on where the sun is. And then this goes on here. It lets you tilt the solar panel up and down based on the sun. Well, according to instructions, you're supposed to attach the bracket to the solar panel first. Like I mentioned, I'm going to skip that and attach it up there just so this doesn't weigh so much. So then the next step is to put this guy in here. Alright, that's like south, that's west. My sun just kind of comes across the sky here. And unfortunately, what I need to do then is kind of mount this like this. So the solar panel goes straight south. But this little bracket doesn't allow that much rotation, so it's going to have to be twisted a little bit that way. Kind of southwest. Which I guess is fine, it'll probably still get plenty of sun. Okay, next, experiment with the tilt. If it's tilted down too far, this actually shades a corner of the panel. So what I'm going to have to do is basically make it flat, where these three holes just line up. It'll still be tilted, southwest a little bit, and then that board in the evening, like it is right now, is not going to shade the corner of the panel. So that's the angle I'm going to go with. Then you just put one more screw in these to hold it in place. Okay, that looks pretty good. That was really easy to put together. And I'm ready to put that up there. I've left everything a little bit loose so I can easily make adjustments. So I'm going to go ahead and jump up that ladder and attach this. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. I like just using the separate board because these beams, they're not cut to length. They'll be trimmed a little bit. So when the roof comes on, I'll just be able to take those screws out, take the whole thing off as one piece, cut the boards down, and just put it back on. Well, that looks really nice. Alright, next up, let's get that solar panel up there. Okay, well, in retrospect, this would have been a lot easier to install on the table. This is just hard because you got to get the little nut up in here, and that's going to be really hard to do at this angle. Okay, we'll deal with you in a minute. I guess sometimes you are just supposed to follow their instructions. There we go. I don't know if you can see that, but this could really use a washer. The edge of that screw is right on the edge of this. Fortunately, I've got a little set of miscellaneous screws and stuff. So I'm going to add a washer to these so that seats in there a little bit better. That looks a lot better. So in my infinite wisdom, I did drop the fourth one when I tried to put this up there the first time. So it's just down in that gravel somewhere, but fortunately I've got this little kit and I'm going to go ahead and just use one of my extras. Okay, let's run this back up there. Okay, it's up there. Originally I was thinking like this. That seems like it's pointed north. South is that way, so I might just go like that and just kind of have it pointed west a little bit. West is that way. It would be nice if the bracket had more movement, because I really need the whole thing pointed south. But we'll try like this. For now, just to point it a little bit west. I could move it to this one, and that would probably point it straight up and down, but we'll probably want some water running off of it. Alright, let's just try that. Okay, this goes up through here, and we'll screw into the light. So let's go grab the light, put it on here, attach the wire, tighten everything down. Okay, last step is the light. It just clamps onto that post, and they did give you the wrench. And I like that the ends kind of angle out. I think that's going to provide a ton of light to this whole area. But we'll find out later tonight. Alright, let's get that on there. I did loosen these. These came screwed in about halfway. I loosened them up just to make it a little easier to get over that pipe. All right. Alright, solar panel's in. Got a blinky light so it sees it's charging. That's good. How about that? Getting there. A little more. Okay, that feels pretty stable. Moves just a little bit, but certainly not going to come off. And metal's starting to bend, so you definitely don't want to crush that too far. Okay, let's get this wire tucked up in here. All good. Alright, all done. We can still see the blinky green light, so it's charging. Let's go see what that looks like. I tightened all the rest down already. All the bolts are 14mm. Alright, let's look at that from the ground, see if this needs adjusted at all. And there it is, all done. That thing looks great. That's going to put out tons of light. And we'll just wait for that sun to go down a little bit more, and we'll give it a test drive. Alright, it's almost 8 o'clock. It's dark enough. We can start playing with the remote. We can see the light now. So it's got a normal on-off button. On. Nice. Off. Perfect. The mode I'm going to be using is in the center for M. And that's the motion mode, where it should run all night at 30%. Once it sees motion, it goes up to 100%. And then it's got some timers, 3 hour, 5 hour, 8 hour in the bottom. So when at night, you can run it for just a limited amount of time. And then the last two buttons, which we can't see, it's not dark enough, on either side of the center M, there are two buttons which just, when you turn it on, you can lower the brightness or return it to full bright. Alright, remote works great. Now we're just going to wait a couple more hours for full dark, sneak up on this thing and see if we can see the motion work. Well, there it is, it just turned on. That's at the low mode, 30% brightness. That's already really bright. I'm going to sneak up on it like a thief. See if we can get it to turn on to 100% brightness. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that is bright. That is super nice. Okay, well, I gotta put my skid steer away. So let's use this light. I think this is gonna be really convenient. Well, final thoughts for now. I'm here sitting under the light. It is very bright. This is going to make putting stuff away, just like that skid steer at night, really nice. Time will tell on the solar panel. I do wish the mounting bracket had a little more options. Right now it's kind of just facing west, so the sun has to go for quite a while before we really get direct sunlight on that solar panel. So we'll see. I don't know if it'll get enough daylight every day to run it all night. When I do the roof and have to move it, I'll probably just work out a different mounting mechanism for that solar panel. They did have plenty of wire, so it doesn't have to be attached right to their bracket. There's enough wire there, you can move it wherever it might need to be. So yeah, thanks again to the company Hykoont for sending me that light. So far it's working really well. Installation was super easy. And it's exactly what I was looking for as another option to try to deter thieves and keep my stuff safe.